seconds remaining. Dire team back. Seconds remaining. Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Beastmaster.
Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Winter Wyvern.
Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Puck!
Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lion.
Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is the Losers Bracket Finals, or what would be considered the Losers Bracket Finals of the Star Ladder I-League Star Series Season 2 American Qualifiers. I know that's a mouthful, but we are here with our final series of Group A to determine who is going to move on and be with Digital Chaos in the playoffs. Is it going to be Dragon Slayerzzz or Infamous, the Peruvian squad? Dragon Slayerzzz, they've got a new roster now, including, of course, Way Too Sexy, KYH, Ritsu, Mason, and Snaking, a star-studded lineup. But Infamous have been playing very well over the past couple of days, taking down Kingdom 2-1, although they did have a bit of a throwy game, too, in that series. There's a possibility that they could take this series off of Dragneel. The odds in the favor of the Dire squad this time around. We'll have to wait and see who comes out on top in this best-of-3 series. Once again, thanks for joining us here on twitch.tv/DotaStarLadder_EN. My name is Mont, and as always, it's an absolute pleasure to cast for you guys. I'll be doing a lot of casting in the near future for both American regions and just in general. You get to see a lot of me here. Hopefully, you guys enjoy my casting, and hopefully, I can bring you the best quality of Dota and best quality casting out there. As we'll jump into the draft now, the Winter Wyvern and Puck picked up for Infamous, and then the Beastmaster line will start things off for Dragon Slayer. So Hopefully everyone is having a great Wednesday the 18th, currently 5:09 p.m. on the East Coast of America, upstate New York, for those of you wondering where I live. Plenty to get done today. A lot of casts, a lot of games. I know that the Nanyang American qualifier is just finished, so there's slightly less games perhaps than maybe one might think, but there's still a lot going on. Star Ladder running pretty much 24 hours at this point. Not only that, but you have, what else? Summit, I think. Yeah, Summit Americas is, of course, going on. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of games. If you look at during Dota, you look at the next, I guess, 10 hours of Dota 2, you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 series, whether best of 3, best of 1, or best of 2. 11 series going on. Well, this one doesn't seem to be on the Join Dota list. Dragneel versus Kingdom is on here, but no Dragneel versus Infamous. That's unfortunate. So we're missing out on having that on the match ticker. That kind of sucks. Anyways, looking at it from a purely pragmatical standpoint, Dragon Slayers definitely have the advantage in terms of just star-studded names. Not to mention, Infamous have lost Atun, who was a big part of their lineup, a big part of their team. They played well yesterday with Matthew as the stand-in, who was, of course, from Lucchini. But I think this is a different beast than Dragon Slayers. Kingdom, they played well. They didn't play well enough to take the series. Dragon Slayers have every opportunity here in the future to be able to just grab this series and run with it and take this 2-0. I'd be shocked to see Infamous take this series 2-0 against Dragon Slayers. It comes down to the draft, though, a lot of the time, and we'll have to wait and see what the teams are going to be going for. Currently, you can see that you picked up the Tusk, the Winter Wyvern as your supports for Infamous. Pick up Puck as your mid later, but now he'll have to go up against the DK. It's not a... it's an okay matchup for both of those heroes, I think. DK shouldn't outlast hit the Puck, but the Puck shouldn't get super farm, and the Puck will not be able to find a kill probably unless he gets some roaming support. Level 6, obviously a big level for both of these heroes. The Dream Coil, getting kills, rotating around the map, that's what the Puck probably should do when he gets to that level 6. For the DK, it's more of a, let me just stay here, pop my ultimate, and go to town. Obviously with the Elder Dragon form. We'll see how DK can do. And this mid lane. Beastmaster probably going to be played in the offlane role for Dragon Slayers. I think Snaking's played it a couple of times. Very good on that hero. Nature's Prophet would also be a good choice for him if they want to do Beastmaster jungle for KYH, which they've done before. You can do KYH jungle Beastmaster line support played by Waytu and do Snaking like Nature's Prophet and have somebody TP in. Nature's Prophet might be not the best offlaner. I feel like you might want more initiation potential, which Nature's Prophet can provide, but I think with DK and Nature's Prophet, you have a lot of push, but maybe you don't have the best initiation because you need like a Blink Dagger or something like that. With Infamous, they have plenty of initiation now. You have the Winter Wyvern with our, Winter's Curse. You have Tusk, obviously, with Snowball to close the gap, and you have the Legion Commander coming out with Duel, and probably a Blink to boot on top of that. So you look at Infamous, they have a lot of gap closing. They can scale pretty okay in the late game with the Legion and the Puck to a certain extent. Very tanky. It's going to be tough to duel and bring down the DK. It's not the best hero against that. Overwhelming odds, not bad against Beastmaster and Line. Both kind of squishier heroes, and obviously getting rid of all the units of the Beastmaster is really important. Moment of Courage is okay. I just feel like there are better options for a Legion Commander. But going into the late game, if you get duel damage, you take down whoever. But it's not somebody that really gets armor reduction, though. That's the thing. Armor reduction is not a big thing, and I think that's what a lot of people like to run against DKs. You just get like a Weaver or something with any sort of armor reduction. They have none of that right now for Infamous. So you kind of have to wonder, like, okay, well, is that really going to work out for you? I have no idea. Maybe Kotaro Hayama is just like, I really want to play Legion Commander. Let's go, guys. You get that feeling where you just haven't played a hero in a while, and you're like, yeah, let's play this one. I felt that way about Slark yesterday, and I won with him, so... Dragon Slayers taking their time with their 4th pick. Maybe their safe lane hero for Mason at this point. So Ritsu DK more than likely. And Dragneel, we'll see how things turn out for them. I just want to get through the draft as quickly as possible and get into the game, because that's the most interesting thing to me. I mean, like, we could talk about the draft, but really you don't know with Infamous, like, what they're going to do. The drafts are always crazy to me. Like, they always pick up crazy heroes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's just kind of how it goes. It's a Reiki pick for Dragon Slayers, interestingly enough, and that might be put in the safe lane or off lane position. Maybe it's the roaming support. You do Beastmaster off lane. I was thinking it might be a safe laner, but I doubt it. I think that's probably a Riki support, a 4-position Riki played by KYH. It's not quite a bounty hunter, and with a bounty hunter still available, you have to wonder why they don't choose that instead. They must have a reason for picking up the Riki. They can throw it to the safe lane, like I talked about. You can throw it to the off lane, but it's been more commonly played as a 4-position support Riki. So I don't know how Dragneel wants to go with it, but it's going to be an interesting choice to see how Infamous deals with this. It's a very easily doable target, but Smokescreen's pretty good against a lot of the heroes on this team, including the Puck, including the Tusk. It's just something that's going to give them some nice, I guess, utility with that Smokescreen coming out for Riki. It's not the choice I would go for, and clearly Infamous think that it's either a support or an offlaner, and that's the case, as Gyrocopter is picked last, so pretty good team fight, a lot of range, good pushing with the Beastmaster DK and Gyrocopter. Riki, not the best in that regard, but the Smokescreen is maybe something they're looking for. The backstab and Blink Strike, or I guess you could call it Cloak and Dagger, is also included because they changed how it works. No real backstab anymore. It's all Cloak and Dagger now. Still, I'm concerned about the Riki pick. I just don't really think it's the best choice. The bounty was available. It's a Warlock. I think that might have been a random. Probably was a random, actually. Can we remake Ringer Masons having internet troubles? Can we remake with a Ringer? Well, we haven't made a decision yet in that regard. That's what they said anyway. My Dota 2 screwing up. It's annoying. Mason's net is fine. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like we figured everything out. That Warlock pick came out of left field. That must be, I thought that was a random, but it must be a Warlock pick, because they're sticking with it, man. It got down to 0 seconds and below 0 seconds. You're thinking, okay, that's a random coming out. No, maybe not. Warlock is going to be the last choice. This is interesting. You already have Tusk, Winter Wyvern. You have Legion safe lane. Puck gonna go mid, and then Warlock with dual lane off lane. I'm almost positive that was a random. I'm almost positive, like, I'd be very surprised. Take a quick pause as people are still loading into the game for Infamous. They're maybe having a bathroom break, smoking. It's like one of the worst habits in Dota is to just go AFK when your team's drafting for you. It's like actually the worst thing ever. I don't do it. I don't really play Captain's Mode that much though, so probably why. Regardless, it is a Warlock pick. Maybe they did pick it. Maybe it wasn't random. Matthew's going to be playing it. He'll be playing it as a support. So it's an offlane Tusk, actually. No remake, Keshimax. Let's go. Keshimax, of course, I do want to tell the story. It's nothing against him. I know he must have had something going on, but we waited 30 minutes last night for him to start the game, and he was just AFK or something. He must have had some family matters going on, and it's unfortunate that was the case. We had to wait a long time to start our last series of the day. But we did get through it. We had another admin come in and help us out, although he forgot the ticket at one point. So, yes, there was a bit of a... What's the word I'm looking for? Clown party? I don't know. That's not the right word, but... There were some autistic happenings, to be sure. Most of which were on my end. Thinking with no ward, not really looking to get anything down. I think, I do like the fact that he just ran down here without a ward. But now the Riki's coming down. KYH, of course, with permanent invis, he will drop this Observer down with little to no issue, unless Matthew drops a Sentry right now. It would be the most impressive thing I've ever seen. He's thinking about it. I absolutely have no idea. I think snaking walking down into the jungle there was a giant mistake. Because I was going to say, if it was just him doing that without a ward and not placing a ward down, he might have baited out a Sentry. However, they did put a ward down with KYH, dropping an Observer. And Matthew, he's got Sentries on him. He's got one. So I think that was a bit scary, a bit sketchy for KYH to do. He'll get away with it. He has the Orb of Venom, by the way. And it comes down to really getting involved early. By the way, they get the counter ward off for Dragneel. Nicely done there. So they'll pick that up. And, of course, Can't Win With Me, which is Mason, will head mid. So he'll be playing the mid DK. And we'll have Ritsu playing the safe lane Gyrocopter. Sort of switching the roles up, but Mason's been known to play the mid lane. And, of course, Ritsu can play the safe laner. It's not really shocking to see the switch. For now, he'll be going up against the puck, which is Greedy, has the null tally. I think Mason will have the better ability to last hit because he has a Quelling Blade and good base attack, but it comes down to can he get some good denies off, and it's a good start for him, but he has a lot of heroes roaming around mid. There is a smoke up already, and this is almost certainly going to be first blood if Mason walks up too far. They see him, and Mason arc burn. He will get ice sharded, but the upheaval is going to go as well. I don't think they can get this kill. Maybe they can. Illusory jaunt through. He's going to try to eat a tree. They're diving. There's no real tower aggro going the way, unfortunately, of Mason, and Bang will actually help get the kill. No TPs either. They rotated 4 heroes to do that. So Ritsu's going to get free farm in the meantime. That means that KYH is also going to be able to be aggressive against the Legion Commander. You can see Snaking was able to get a camp out of that too. So it's not the worst thing for Mason. They had to commit a lot to that gank. Although it is going to start off the puck pretty well. Tusk will deny himself in the meantime, and he'll head back to the well pretty quickly. Mason will miss out on a couple of CS and will move right on through. Sentry was placed down, by the way. Still trying to find something. I think they did deward this. Nicely done. Matthew's got to get Blink striked on, and then the Cloak and Dagger with the backstab doing some serious damage. You can see he's already taken out half of his HP pool. Top lane, they're going to go with the Rocket Barrage up. Bang's in trouble. They already used the Earth Spike. Ice Shards blocks himself in. Fairy Fire, another Rocket Barrage going. The last right click. Oh no, he didn't go for it. Ritsu, he turned around before he secured the kill. Ritsu, come on, dude. You have to wonder why you tilt so much, because you do shit like that. That's hard to watch, man. That's hard to just like witness, because it's just it literally takes 1.5 seconds more of his time. Maybe he didn't want to dive the tower, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but still, even that, I don't know. Double damage rune for the Ricky. He is going to be spotted by the Sentry, however. Excel will see him just fine and walk past him. Look at this backstab, and 3 hits gets him down to almost half health. He will, however, heal himself with Shadow Word, which will get him back to full. Beastmaster to 3 last hits now. You can see the offlane going for the Tusk is not doing particularly well. He did get that first blood earlier, or helps get it, but nothing much else is going on. Ricky will rotate in. There is a Sentry here, but it's a little far off. You can see it. Greedy, they're going to jump in. Dragontail's not there. He'll have to jaunt and get through. KOH will take down the Sentry mid nicely, like you see often with Bounty Hunters, so he'll be able to deward that. They're going to go back in again. Dragontail not skilled up still. He's level 2 Dragon Blood instead. Silence not there yet for KYH. He will get it at some point in time, but just good harass against Greedy. It's not bad. In fact, the DK has now tied him in terms of CS. Mason's doing a pretty good job. His bottle on its way out, I believe. Not to mention his boots as well. Yeah, Tusk has been missing from top for a long time. Greedy in trouble. Good illusory orb. Jaunt through. Waiting Rift will go. Mason will take some hits, but that's it. No further follow-up coming out from both Greedy as well as Bang. I like that KYH is staying mid, and I like that Bang rotates, but he just doesn't get anything done. Is he going to go all the way bottom? They have 4 heroes bottom looking for a kill on Snaking. I'm not sure if that's the best option. Snakey's going to come in. He'll actually get 6 last hits currently. It's actually 5 going the way of the Warlock support. I'm actually still seriously positive that this was a random coming up front. I really do not think this was an intended pick. They're going to go in. Dragontail's still not there for the DK. He's going to get level 3 Breathe Fire too, so he's not going to have it until level 7, which is... I don't know if he really should have gotten that second point in Dragon Blood. I think that first point in Dragontail is very important to find kills early on in the game. And yes, sure, Greedy is getting zoned out now. They're doing a pretty good job of harassing him, but they're also leeching experience with the Riki mid. He's level 3 now. And again, it's a lot like Bounty Hunter, you know? Well, I miss a kill. That's unfortunate. KYH is going to get dusted up. There's the Shadow Word. They're looking to dive him, but actually look at the damage. The tower is going to bring him down. There's the press the attack. Last right click. The salve will keep him alive. Otaro almost gave his life away for nothing. That dive was too hefty. But they, by the way, they did trade 1-for-1. Bang to go down first, I believe. Dragontail comes out. Haste Rune will go. Greedy's gonna lose your orb away. Jaunt, perhaps. But there's the Hex. Way2 was ready, but here's the Snowball coming in from Bang. They get off. A great waiting rift to silence up Way2. Now he's got the Earth Spike. Good phase shift from Greedy. Bang will take the hit, but that's it. Way2 will stay alive, but so will Greedy at the tail end with that silence coming out. Now Bang getting harassed and chased down. Another Illusion Orb thrown out. Now Mason will just back up and keep himself alive. Splinter Blast came through elsewhere. I think that was down bottom. I thought I heard Splinter Blast coming in, but just bottom. So it's 2-1, action-packed game, but only 3 deaths in the entirety of it. Ritsu continues to get free farm, and he could have had a kill on top of this, but unfortunately, made a giant mistake when it came to ganking. And it did indeed make me a little upset. I will definitely clarify and say that it was a little salty to see that actually happen. I know if I'm salty, imagine how Ritsu feels about it. God, it's like the worst thing in the world. KYH gonna rotate mid, no sentries again. Do they have Smokescreen up? They do. They have Smokescreen and Dragneel. Now the radius for Smokescreen at this first level is not very big. The duration is 6 seconds at all levels, so that's good. You Dragneel inside of it, you're in a good spot. The slow, not particularly great. Greedy's gonna lose your orb, jump back. He's playing very defensively against this DK. With the Elder Dragon form pops up, he's gonna breathe fire and probably bring down this creep wave and then go to work on the tower. Nah, he's gonna hold the breathe fire. He wants some mana, it looks like. Top lane TP's coming in. There's gonna be the Snowball Arctic Bird. Ritsu's in trouble. He's got called down. He might have to use it. There's the Ice Shard. He's gonna use it. And then Rocket Barrage. Nope. They'll phase shift the first missile, but Greedy will take the hit on the second. They TP'd him up there. This would mean that Mason's going to go to work on the tower. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to get the kill on the Legion, so a safe laner for a safe laner with the Roar coming out from staking. It's exactly what you would expect at 7 minutes from an offlane Beast Smasher to be able to do. And so Infamous, they leave their Legion alone, and they probably shouldn't have given that away. They could have kept him safe by just keeping him back. They didn't expect the gank. Meanwhile, Lucy Orb coming in mid. Excel, he's got upheaval. It's level 1. They're not going to be able to chase him down. They have the Dream Coil at the ready, but here comes the rotation from Way2 and KYH. This could be a big fight coming out now. Excel is going to D-ward, and no more Elder Dragon form. They're looking for the Dragon Tail. He's going to find it. Greedy. Earth Spike's going to hit onto 2. They get the silence off as well. Do they have the finger? They do not. Waiting Rook comes out. He's got the Dream Coil. Matthew will TP in. He's got the Splinter Blast. Mason in trouble. Dust up. KYH. He should be the first and only one to fall. Mason's going to get chased down. He's got Dragon Tail. Breathe Fire. Gets him the double kill. Greedy. Too greedy in that particular instance. And gets brought low and killed instantly. Down bottom. Rocket Rush. As well as Call Down. Ready to go. He's going to try to juke and jibe him. He's got the duel up and ready, but that will bring him down if that's the case. Ritsu in trouble. He's got Flat Cannon. You might want to turn on this. Shadow Word will go. He's in trouble. He's got 9 sick charges. He will use it. A Pivotal was going for a moment there just to slow him down, and now it's the Ice Shards, rather the Ice Sigil, doing the job there, but it's not enough to bring him to his knees and down to the dirt. And so, a couple of trades across the map. Ritsu stays alive, getting up to his Aquila now. Not the best farm for a Gyrocopter at 8.5 minutes in, but his DK, Mason's doing a great job so far. He's got his Helm of the Iron Will and well on his way towards his Armlet. And not to mention, he picked up Treads first instead of just going Boots of Speed, which was the Weehop build. Or whoever started that, I don't know who. Boots into Armlet or whatever. Anyways, the Legion Commander has picked up Treads and 1,000 gold. No duels just yet. They haven't sent anything up, and he's been level 6 for quite some time. Snaking might be the first opportunity they are looking for. But instead of that, they're just going to give Matthew the Experience Legion. By the way, there's an Observer Ward here, so they even see Matthew. Some good vision for the dire side of Dragneel as they've placed that ward down in the jungle. Blades of Attack for the Riki. He's going for phase, and they're going to give him some room to farm. I like this. As a 4-position support, you need to get your hero farmed up. And I think Diffusal Blade will be the choice at some point in time. It's a very strong item on that hero. Everybody setting up, meanwhile, for Infamous. Looking for a smoke, perhaps. Excel's got one on the courier. Greedy wants to push this out. Any vision coming out here for the dire side. They see Matthew, but now the chase is on down bottom. They need the call down more than likely. They're going to get the Hex up. Earth Spike, they're going to use it onto the Legion Commander. Rocket Barrage roars up. Good Snowball save, but it'll only be for a moment longer. Bang will probably lose his life as well. Splinter Blast, great Cold Embrace. Rocket Barrage getting split between the creeps, and now here we go. Greedy jumps in, allures you up, waiting rift onto 2. They'll bring them both down. And they dive a little too deep, unfortunately. They lose Ritsu. They gain the Gyrocopter, excuse me, the Legion Commander, but that is not a good exchange. Took too long. They should have backed away as soon as they got the Legion kill. And that's just an unfortunate, aggressive play. This will leave them, at least with Mason getting the tier 1 tower mid, which is a very big access point to this Radiant side jungle, which they really need because they also have taken this tier 1 tower. So that is the good news. KYH is good at Shadow Excel. He's got sentries. Little does he know that he's about to be chased down unless KYH walks into the sentry ward range, which he almost does, and then realizes that, hey, this is probably going to get dewarded, or was dewarded. Very good ward placement here from Dragneel, though, like I was talking about. This one's up for a little bit while longer, and this one was just placed. And we'll see another smoke coming out. With Mason rotating in, he has, of course, no more Elder Dragon form, and this is an aggressive movement from him. And Excel seems to know that this is happening because Mason moves through the Observer Ward. Oh, dear God, though. They're going to try to TP out Axes. They need a Hex. They'll find it in an Earthspike instead. KYH jumps in Finger. They don't even need that smoke screen. Matthew's going to get the Winter's Curse off. Do some damage to KYH. He probably won't go down, but they do have Tricks of the Trade to keep him alive. He's still in trouble. He's got Cloak and Dagger. The dust is up, and it's a little too early, actually. They'll not get it onto KYH. Rose up into Matthew. Way2 still alive, barely. And here comes the DK. Matthew's low. Blink strike back in. Good illusory orb. Dream Coil came out onto 3. They can't chase any further. I'm not sure if they want to, however. Greedy is in the tree line here. They don't know this. He jaunted right into that tree line. If they axe that down, they'll see it. Hawk would help as well, but they don't use it. And Mason might need to back away. Bale's up. Now the silence comes out with the Waning Rift. Mason's taking some damage. He's got an Arcane Rune, though, so he can spam that Breathe Fire if necessary. Not to mention he can pop his Elder Dragon form at any point in time. Still, it's a 2-for-nothing exchange, I believe. I think they might have lost the Lion, actually, so... 3,000 net worth advantage for Dragneel. Experience advantage of 1,500 for them as well. They have this game right now. And Ritsu, by the way, picks up a casual cloak. Ring of Regen. Is he going hood? A casual hood for Ritsu? God, that would be just a Ritsu decision, honestly. It really would be. Not a huge fan if that's the choice. I mean, I understand. By the way, good scan coming out. It's dire scan. Shows Matthew, but that's it. It's thinking that they're ganking him top. That's not actually the case. But this does allow Mesa to push bottom with his newly completed armlet, by the way. This Veil of Discord pickup for the puck has been solid already. We've seen him get a couple of kills with it. Now wrapping around, you have the Hawk coming through. You can see Way2 looking for an initiation potential. Not so much vision coming up from Infamous, but the tower will get them vision of the Hawk. And now I think you back up if you're Dragneel. It's a little too much vision gone by the wayside. Bang walks up. The tower will kill the Hawk again because Sneaking can't micro it correctly. This will also die, but everyone is here now. The wraparound gank, they're going to find Bang. Will they go for both? Smoke screen, they thought about it, but Snowball comes in. There's the Chaotic Offering. Staking. Roar's punched up. He's got Roar. He's going to need to get it off. He'll TP out first and foremost. Gets Winter's Curse. Dream Cold at the same time. Ritsu will bring him down. Waiting Rift is up. They've already used the Veil, I believe. Ritsu in trouble. They duel coming out. And that'll be Kotaro Hama's first win of the game. Legion Commander will get it done. A little too aggressive from Dragneel. What happens when you fight into Chaotic Offering as well as the ulti from the puck? A little too much. See the net worth graph spike back up in favor of Infamous. Experience-wise, it's even. Ricky with phase and wind relates. He's a very speedy man when he uses that phase. Oh, greedy. I don't think they could kill him, even with smokescreen. But KYH will do his best to take this rune. He's gonna get it, but here's the snowball. Bang was ready. There's the Veil. Now the Tricks of the Trade will go. Call down. Bang. Gonna barely get out. Ice Shards will not connect on KYH. He'll hightail it out of there. That was a bit awkward. And Ritsu continues to farm up. His net worth has started to dip down again because he went for a freaking Hood of Defiance. Why? I know there's a lot of magical damage. Why not just get a casual cloak? I don't understand it. Ritsu, you're worse than Kotaro Hayama was in Game 2 of the Kingdom series yesterday. I'm sure there's a reason for this Hood of Defiance. I'm sure of it. Is it a good reason, though? Probably not. It doesn't give you any damage. It gives you survivability. It's like picking up a Vanguard on an anti-mage, but worse. It never builds into a Basher. Or Abyssal, I should say. I shouldn't be so upset about this, but... wouldn't you be? It's a Hooded Defiance on a Gyrocopter. Is this some newfangled build that I don't know about and I'm just... Am I an idiot? Well, I already know the answer to that question. The answer is yes. But that doesn't matter. They'll rotate bottom. They'll find Bang. There's an Observer Ward there, but guess who is behind him? Bang has got some friends. The Elder Dragon form will go. They'll start pushing, and here comes the Ice Shards. Now they know that Bang is sitting here. KYH is going to blow up the smoke, and he's going to see everybody. He sees everything. Well, he did see Matthew as well as Kataro head down to the low ground. They'll take the tier 2 tower, head back probably to Roche. They can take pretty quickly with the Necro 1, although the Gyrocopter does literally no damage. In spite of the Hooded Defiance, Dragneel are still winning this game. They have a 3,000 net worth advantage. 0 towers have been taken by Infamous. That's the biggest issue currently. There's a lot of gold saved for those towers for Dragneel. Bang's going to rotate. There's an Observer Ward, which will scout things out, not to mention a Hawk. KYH is also first contact. The Illusion Orb will come in, make a jaunt through. A regeneration rune might be picked up, and Dragneel will make the smart play and head on out. They don't decide to push any further. And Excel and the rest of the Infamous crew will head towards KYH and maybe try to go on him. Greedy could have blinked in and went for a Dream Coil, but that's it. Well, it'll be a tier 1, the first tower coming for Infamous finally. Well, now they're going to give a second attempt here at this Roche. And they also have a Shadow Blade up for DK. Mason's farming very well. Book 2 picked up the Beastmaster. Ritsu has got his Yasha, I think, coming out here momentarily. Alright, well, I guess I made a big deal over nothing, because he got his next item without any real concerns. Pick up an Aegis as well, and make him even tankier. They smoke right outside the pit. Good visions get a scout out Greedy, and they would need some blink initiation for this to work. Sadly, Way2's not quite there yet. It'll be the Shadow Blade that does the job for Mason. Mason with the Shadow Blade should be able to find some sort of initiation, although he's just lagging a little bit behind. It's going to take him some time to initiate, and they know that this is probably a bad idea now. Wait for the smoke to dissipate. Which way are they going to go? They see Greedy. He jaunts away. KYH doesn't break the smoke yet. That was awkward. I thought it was going to turn into something, but it actually didn't. Instead, they'll push down mid. Ritsu leading the way with his Aegis. Tier 2 should be taken. It might be a trade, tier 1 for a tier 2. Although the tier 1 is very low, the tier 2 has not been touched at all. Chaotic Offerings up. So high ground defense is very good for Infamous. I doubt Dragneel even go for a push. They might even not even finish this off. Greedy, Silence, Snaking almost got the roar off, but the jaunt comes through after the Waning Rift is done. The attack was used, maybe setting up for blink initiation. Good glyph coming out. Or not able to secure the tower, and neither can Mason. They'll get the deny off instead. It was close, very close to not getting that deny off, but the glyph came out at the perfect time. The Warlock gets that last hit. Nicely done coming out from Infamous to stop any further gold going the way of Dragneel. The 3,000 net worth advantage. We've seen this before from Dragneel. They'll have a 3,000 net worth advantage. Just one Smoke of Deceit gank fight. They don't have buyback for like Mason or somebody and the game's over. That's how it was for Digital Chaos versus Dragneel in that first game. Sentry Ward up. Bang's going to see him. He's going to get the Dragon Tail off. The Dust will go. Winter's Curse is up, and KYH is almost certainly dead to the double damage. No, he gets the tricks of the trade-off. They have Chaotic Offering up. Evil will go first. DK doesn't have that Aegis. KYH is already dead, and now Mason knows that he's in trouble. He's going to walk towards them. Dragon Tail up onto Kataro Ayama. The duel will come out. The duel almost actually does a lot of damage for the DK to get that win. It would have been close had they not had all 4 heroes there. 2 kills going the way of Infamous, one of which provides the dual damage that they were looking for Kataro Hayama. He's on top of that. He has 3.5k gold in the bank to go with. I was a bit skeptical about that play from Dragneel. It wasn't the best play. Sentries are going to be placed everywhere, and I think KYH needs to know that. So until they either, 1, invest in a gem, which seems unlikely, or 2, just clear out all of those sentries with their own sentries or Necro 3, I don't see anything really successful happening. He's thinking, of course, to pick up the Necro 3s. If he really wants to get rid of those sentries, he can, but it's just going to come down to KY probably being in a safe spot and being with his team instead of roaming around the map like a Clinks or like a Bounty Hunter where there are sentries all over the place. This means that, of course, if you're Infamous, you have to invest a lot of money into the sentries, but they can deal with that. They actually have a decent amount of gold on the supports. Look at Matthew has 5.2k. Obviously, the Warlock's been the one investing in all the sentries. Still allows Matthew to get up to his Glimmer Cape. He has Windlace on top of Arcanes, so he can get an Aether Lens later, or Yule's one of those two items, maybe even set up drums. There's a mech now up for the off-lane Tusk. It did take him a while, but he's got it now. The Necro 3 was already picked up for the off-lane Beastmaster. They've smoked up, and they're looking for something. Nobody's there, or at least Mason is not with them. They can't find anything. Of course, they're over towards the Ancient stack, which Ritsu will take, and he's got Flat Cannon in a second. His SNY almost done on top of the hood that he picked up earlier on in the game, which I was super upset about, but now I've cooled down. And actually, it's not a terrible decision when you think about it. I mean, you get how much magical resistance? 30% is not bad when against all of this damage, especially the Veil of Discord, which kind of evens things out. It's like not having it, essentially, if you get veiled. Maybe not having it, but it's not as good, obviously. Elder Dragon form from Mason. They're going to look to take down this last outer tower, and the Necro unit's going to come in, but that upheaval is absurd. They cancel it, however, and that'll be that. They've got Winter's Curse, they've got Chaotic Offering, they've got Dream Coil, they've got Blink Duel. So approaching this fight is going to be very difficult. Radiant team will not scout out the Hawk that is there. I don't know if they saw the Smoke of Deceit. Smoke will break, Excel will be the first contact. Matthew's going to come in looking for that Winter's Curse. He's in range of that sentry. The duel is going to come out as they have, of course, vision up at the high ground here with the sentry. They're going to snowball even further, looking for another target. Walrus punch out of Ritsu, who's got Aegis, obviously. He gets the mech off, but it's too early. The Chaotic Offer comes out. Ritsu maybe needs to back up. BKB pop for the Legion Commander, looking for perhaps a dual target. Ritsu might be that. Rocket Barrage going to go. Finger blows up, bang. They get the TP out with the roar coming through from staking, but Ritsu might not be so lucky. Dream Coil was already used. Mason gets a second kill onto Matthew from the backside. His Dragon form is now down, but he has plenty of mana from Breathe Fire, and that was not a good engagement for Infamous, actually. Some real good cutting methods from Dragneel, not even losing the Aegis from Ritsu. Actually, I think he did lose it, but that's it. Is Yasha and SNY now done, completed. Mason getting involved in a couple of kills, maybe gets the Silver Edge next. Would not be shocked to see that, and then a BKB afterwards. Alright, Dragneel. Took a 5-on-5 fight with Chaotic Offering, and you actually did okay with it. And now, you have every opportunity with Chaotic Offering down to push even further. No Aegis, yes, that's true. But, I think you probably try to go here if you're Dragneel. Or force something, I don't know. Well, maybe try to get a kill and get buyback forced out. I don't know how long you wait with Chaotic Offering being down for 95 seconds. You have plenty of time to farm up, and then think about pushing. The KYH will clear out the top creep wave first and foremost, and then they'll go together. That's unfortunate. Mason's internet was acting up beforehand. This is the same thing that happened to them during the Manila Major Qualifier, sadly. They forfeited out because Mason's internet was screwed up. So that's probably one of the worst things that could happen. Mason's internet was acting up before this game started. It's now acting up again, which is really shitty. Dragneel still with a 3,000 net worth advantage. Experience advantage is even. There's no advantage going either way. How you doing, folks in chat? Hopefully you're doing well, or Dota TV for that matter. I know there's probably a lot of you watching in Dota TV. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. I know I am. I always have been having a good day these past couple of weeks. And excited. Excited for the weeks to come of Dota. A lot of action coming through in multiple fronts. This best of 3 series is already looking to be pretty fun. I kind of wish it was more action-packed and that there was more pushing and fighting. Feels like there should be, considering all the team fight lineups that both of these teams have. So I don't know, man. It's just whatever. Poor Mason though. Hopefully he'll be okay. By the way, this is you'll notice standing on a lot of the players' names for Dragneel, including Ritsu, KYH, well, at least those 2 heroes, and Way2. But this is their lineup for now. They're going to keep it this way, I think, for the next couple of weeks, I'd imagine, at the very least. Let me go back to the hood gyrocopter, because I know it was a controversial topic when I started going off. Everyone's like, autism, hey, he's upset about the item choice for Ritsu. It's because it doesn't make sense. It's a very good high ground pushing item is what someone told me. Sure, but someone else could just get the pipe for you. Right? Like, am I crazy in that? Gyrocopter... or instead of getting a Hood of Defiance, you buy BKB like any other gyrocopter would. And then, not only are you getting spell immunity, which is very good this game, you're also getting some extra damage, albeit not much damage. You are getting damage. On top of that, it's not a useless item. It's 10 seconds with magic immunity when you're pushing high ground is huge. You don't have to get it early on in the game. Maybe you just wanted the hood for early game oriented aggression, but I don't know. I honestly have no idea. By the way, they picked up a Mithril Hammer for the Legion Commander. I'm inclined to believe that it's a Desolator, but I'm sure that's probably wrong. I don't know, dude. That's how I feel about it anyways. I just feel like there's better options. I'm not upset about it. He's made his decision. It just doesn't make sense. If someone were here to co-cast with me that was like a pro player, or like Purge or somebody, they'd probably be like, all right, well, here's how I feel about it. They would explain it to me in layman's terms. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds great. And just repeat their words, and everyone would be happy. It would be all sunshines and rainbows and talking about Ritsu, and it'd be great. Instead, I'm forced to deal with this on my own. Midas was picked up for Puck, by the way. He has bots on top of that. So Greedy is starting to get pretty farmed. He's the second most farmed hero in the game. And with Midas, we'll probably get him to the first most. As he uses that Midas, he actually eclipses Basin in terms of net worth, who does have a Silver Edge now. It looks like there will be a smoke coming out for Dragneel momentarily, I believe. Perhaps not. Wait, he does have one on him. Roche will be up in 2 minutes, roughly. That is a pretty late Roche respawn time. By the way, KYH, 1,600 gold. I'm telling you, it's going to be Diffusal Blade. Very good Radiant scan coming out just to see where everyone is. They're farming the Ancients. They have a pretty good understanding of that. They know KYH is alone. He's dropped down a Sentry and an Observer, by the way. And see Legion Commander. I think you just TP out now for KYH. Probably should have done so 2 minutes ago. He's going to go for it now. He'll make it away. It was a bit closer than maybe he anticipated, but he does make it out. And it's just a lot of map splitting at this point. You take top, you push top in. Now you go bottom with Ritsu, you push that in. You have Mason go mid, push that in. Keep all the lanes pushed out before Roche is up, and so you can take it without any real hesitation. And they should be able to do just that. You can see Ritsu just clears this up with Rocket Brush and Call Down. Boom, that's it. Now he's up to 3k gold. Butterfly seems like a good option. Like I talked about, BKB would have been a good option, but now that he's a hood, I don't think you buy both. I think you probably buy some sort of damage item because you need it at this point. You buy another tank item and I literally lose it. I'll go insane. I'm sure. This is Desolator's just about done. If it's Maelstrom, obviously, it doesn't matter. It's Desolator. Cool. I called it. I'm glad I did. Which is very good. They need some armor reduction against this DK. 29 armor. Which is pretty freaking good. That was... I guess this gives a... No. It's just the active. Something was giving him an extra couple of armor. Oh, he switched. I think it was his tread switching, maybe. That did it. I would imagine that was what it was. And it is the defusal play for KYH, which is huge. It's very important to have. If you defuse and then smokescreen the Warlock, the fight's just over at that point because you can't get Golem off. It really comes down to the Puck's counter initiation and the Winter Wyvern's counter initiation, the Winter's Curse. So this is a very tough team to walk into in terms of high ground defense. If you're Infamous, you have really good high ground defense. But there's still plenty of damage from Dragneel. They have good pushing potential, good abilities. They're going to TP bottom. You look for the tier 1 tower. This could be trouble. Bang's going to walk up, throw up some ice shards. There's the smoke of seat, and Mason's going to walk forward using the Silver Edge. They don't have a gem, I don't believe. They'd be wrong about that. They do, but they're going to come in, roar on the backside. Matthew gets blown up by Necro 3. They're going to blow up at least the Legion on top of that. Bang, Earth spiked up, tricks the trade. Chaotic Offering used for nothing. They picked up 3 almost instantly, and Infamous will have to TP out. Cell will be one of them to make it away. Greedy the other, as slippery puck that he is. This will be Roche almost certainly for Dragneel. And on top of that, maybe 4-6 of buybacks, although the death timer for the Legion Commander is rather low at 34 seconds. If they had gotten the puck, that might have been a 50 to 60 second respawn timer still at this point in time. It'll take them some time to get through Roche. He did buy the BKB, by the way. Oh, God, why? Why? Does anybody disagree with me now? Am I crazy? If he was just going to pick up the BKB, why did he buy the early hood? I'm laughing and I think that makes sense, but people are still going to defend him regardless of what he does, so I don't know. I'll just keep my mouth shut. KYH is going to have his full diffusive blade, which is huge. I've said that numerous times. I don't think I need to say it again. The DK will have, of course, his BKB momentarily. So they're going to get their BKBs roughly at the same time. When you have your 2 cores of BKBs, the game becomes very difficult for Infamous, as a lot of their damage is magical. Most of it coming from the puck. Some of it, well, not most of it. A lot of it is coming from the puck, but there is some good physical damage coming out too, and good lockdown through match community. And puck will probably have to buy an Aghanim Scepter later on in the game in order to deal with said BKBs. But right now, he's picked up an Ultimate Orb, which is probably going to be a Lincoln Sphere against Roar and Dragontail and Hex and Earthspike. Pretty good Lincoln scheme. Although he could go for a Hex, but I doubt it. True Quill goes out, they're going to find way to stop the push for a bit, and they get the duel off. Nicely done. Get him up to 52 bonus damage for Katara Hayama. Fuses will come out, and they TP KYH, or excuse me, the Ritsu Gyrocopter up top. He's going to look for... this is not a good idea. It might be a terrible idea, actually. He does have an Aegis, but... he just wanted to push that wave out, I think, and keep it pushed out. Frozen Situ will wander on over and find what Ritsu's up to, and the boar will try to slow it down, and unfortunately Magic Immune, so there's something. I don't know why it doesn't get force load, but KYH and Mace the Roman Gang Squad decide not to go for an aggressive play onto the greedy puck, although it would have been super nice to do. Did they get that gem back, by the way? Snaky has one. I think that was the one they picked up. It was Greedy's. Yeah, so that sucks for Infamous. They lost that gem too, which I neglected to talk about. I talked about that, the fact that they had the gem, but they did lose it. And there's that Lincoln Sphere for the puck. So now you have to jump in. What? Blink Strike might break it. I think it does. You really just have to place down the silence on top of the puck and go from there. Blinkets is good, but if you get the silence on top of him, it doesn't matter. You can see KYH is very aggressive. And here we go. Snaking and the rest of the crew are going to walk into the enemy jungle. Ice Shards will come out, and Hawk will get them some vision, but there's also an Observer Ward up here on the high ground. They'll see Snaking walking right up. Force away from Matthew and Bang. They don't want to be involved in an engagement at this point in time, but Mason might try to go regardless. He doesn't have a Shadow Blade or a Silver Edge for another 10 seconds. He had used it just to walk from about here to here. should be the end of it right now. They have Aegis for a little bit while longer, and Ritsu might finally go high ground. This is where the Hood's going to come into play. He's got the active. It's going to create that shell and absorb 325 magical damage. There is a lot of. Black Cannon will clear out the creep wave. Now split push with KYH bottom. They'll head top with Mason. He'll breathe fire the wave, and they'll continue to try to push this down. He does have his level 3 Elder Dragon form. That Frost Dragon's very good, the blue dragon, if you will. It slows movement speed by 30% and attack speed by 20, as the splash damage and the corrosive breath from the level 1. So Dragonite has been buffed over numerous patches where it didn't used to have that. It does now, and they're ready to go. 33 minutes into the game, we might have a finish here at some point in the near future. But probably not. Greedy jaunts forward. Mason forced to use the Shadow Blade. I think they're trying to bait out the BKB, but that's not going to be an easy task. It is the butterfly now for Ritsu. Yeah, but the problem with that lyrical is that Legion doesn't have Blade Mail. I understand what you're saying, but I see you, but no. Didn't bet on Dragon Studies, you fucking idiots. God. Well, with that, we're gonna have 34 minutes into the game. Infamous versus Dragneel. Continue on. Matthew and crew, they'll be ready to set up a high ground defense. KYH is going to head top. Ritsu got his flat cannon. Uh-oh. Legion might get caught in between a rock and a hard spot. Mason. Dragneel. We'll see you later, Legion, probably. They're going to get the Earthquake off. No, he gets the BKB in time, and now it's a man fight. It's a man fight. Katara's not winning. He probably knows he's dead, but that's just not much you can do. Waitsu will still fall to Greedy. Oh, they use the ultimate from Excel. He's going to be in some trouble here. He has to use at least his Silver Edge. They have detection. Roar comes out. He's going to turn his attention. Gets off the Great Winter's Curse to keep him in place. And Necro going to town. They can't win with me, and that is going to be it. They're going to take down Mason. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Might even be a 1-for-3 trade. Snaking's going to get caught out of position and brought down. That's the gem on the deck, but here we go. Ritsu coming in with the call down. He'll pick up one. KY's chasing out Matthew. He's used his Glimmer Cape up. And he's going to be back in range, and Ritsu's going to try to chase him down, but the Force Step is there. Homing Missile is not. It's on cooldown, but here we go. Greedy and crew coming back into Veil Discord. There's the Walrus Punch. Silence up. KY just did, and Ritsu is going to have to 1v4, 1v3 everybody. Walrus Punch will stop him from TPing out. It's a full team wipe. Dragneel will go down, and Infamous get the job done off the back of Greedy's play on this puck. Well done. Infamous get it done at the tail end there. Nicely done. Great team fight going their way. Huge pickup coming out for Greedy and crew. Infamous finally get a good fight. It took them maybe 10 minutes to do so. More than 10 minutes, actually. Last time they had any sort of semblance to an advantage was about 18 minutes into the game. It's now 36 minutes. It's a 5,000 net worth advantage for Dragneel still, but it's going to go up even further as the game progresses and as they get more farm while everyone is still dead. Huge engagement. They don't need the Legion. The puck does most of the work there with the Chaotic Offering on top. The Winter's Curse bringing down Mason on the DK. They were too spread out, and again, it's just a Dragneel thrown fight. We saw this before yesterday, where they threw a fight just based off of not being together, trying to split up the map and doing too much. Now the BKB and the duel will come out. They're going to Shadow Word, although they're not really winning this duel, and I don't think they're going to get the duel victory, but they still might get the kill. The Dream Coil is going to come out. He's got buyback. He does have his Elder Dragon form, and they're going to look for the Tier 2 tower and try to force the buyback coming out from Dragneel. This is a huge play for them. Are they going to turn this around? Infamous, they might actually be doing it. KOH still on the backside. He's got plenty of defusal charges to use. This push is going to come here. Ritsu is going to have to help out. Desolator's going to help bring this quickly down. He does have, of course, AC also being built. Legion will take some hits, so he'll take the homing missile as well. He's got Prestige attack, needs to heal himself up, might even need to be cold embraced on top of that. Shadow Worded. They get off the Guardian Greaves. There's the buyback, call down, Greedy. Loses his Lincoln Spear, Walrus Punch. Dang is caught in between a rock and a hard place. In fact, he's in too deep is what I'll say. Good snowball to save himself for the time being. It looks like the rest of the squad will chase after Greedy as Mason DCs again. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Smokescreen diffused off. Glimmer Cape, of course, breathe fire. And they get the courier, too. They actually diffused off the Glimmer Cape in time. Nicely done by KOX. They take 2. They don't lose their tier 3 tower. They get the courier on top of it. And Dragneel suddenly turn things around. And they might have to force some buybacks out. On the Radiant side, Infamous, of course, down for 46 seconds on both of their supports, or rather, their support and their offlaner. 2 very important parts of their lineup. So they both have their ultimates up. Obviously, War's Punch are pretty small and short cooldown. Damn it, Mason. Come on, dude. Get your internet together. It's like, frustration. That's literally how I feel. Frustration. Funny. Yes, Lyrical puts it the best possible way possible. Giving criticism of a team does not include or equal me betting on a team or hating a team or loving a team or whatever. It's literally just me saying he has a hood of defiance. What is it actually doing for him? That's all that I was trying to get across at the beginning of the game. But people want to see it their own way, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. You can keep saying autism, Balefish, PogChamp, and keep enjoying that lifestyle that you have, Twitch viewers. So, anywho, this is a very important next to 37 seconds of this game. It will come down to, I think, Dragneel backing up as soon as they know that there's going to be a buyback. Not even when the buyback happens, but before the buyback actually comes. You kind of have to. By the way, I just noticed you never went overwhelming odds. That is not a bug. That's hilarious. So, yeah, this next 37 seconds is very important. You get buyback and Winter's Cursed on and you're in some trouble. But really, it's going to be the chaotic offering that starts to something. Actually, this fight comes down to Excel because Dreamcoil's back up, so maybe not. It comes down to Excel and more often than not Greedy, I think, in this situation, which is not shocking considering how Greedy's been playing and the way he's played over the past couple of days. Greedy seems to be very comfortable in this mid role. He's done a good job so far up against some pretty good mids. Against Suzy or Sim47 and Zzz yesterday did a pretty good job. And he's played against Mason this game. Mason, of course, you have to remember, he wasn't playing the mid-role back during TI4, but he was a part of that team, and he was in a core position playing the carry. Mason on the carry led to a third-place run at TI4, which is better than any of us have done. So that's all I can say about that. Unless there happens to be a TI winner in chat, which there's a small possibility, I think. Let's check. Nope. All right, I was right. Cool. No TI winners in chat currently. Unless somebody's telling me something that, you know, unless somebody's like masquerading as a TI4 winner or TI5 or TI6 or not TI6, TI3 or TI2 or whatever. You understand what I'm getting at. Mason's internet is really bad. And I don't know if we're going to see him anytime soon. We may be waiting here for a while. And if that's the case, then I'm sad. And he's still not online. That sucks. Hopefully he's in constant contact and communication with his team via the use of a cell phone. Those lovely things that you carry in your pockets / pocketbooks if you are a lady. Or you really enjoy purses. Which, who doesn't? How much money do you have on Dragneel, you corrupt bastard? Oh, you've caught me. No. I've bet on a Dota 2 game. No, I actually don't bet ever, by the way. Bad practice. And I also am not a good gambler, so I don't like to lose money. I'll talk with chat, I guess. I'll have a 2-minute delay, but I can actually answer questions in chat with you if you'd like. If you want to keep yelling at me, you're more than welcome to. Find that. I think it's fine. Yeah, I know, right, Lyrical? I was looking at that and I was just like, man, he doesn't have any points in Overwhelming odds. And that's just Kotaro Hayama being Kotaro Hayama. At one point yesterday, he was playing CK. I think he dropped all of his items, picked them all back up, went down to the river, got ganked, then bought back. They proceeded to lose that game pretty devastatingly. So, yeah, that was kind of funny to watch. So this is just, I don't think this overwhelming odds is like a Kotaro thing. I think he just really likes the stats. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's kind of a Kotaro thing, but TI winner here, Mason's ass. Chat, you make me laugh. No updates on what's happening according to hashtag the king. Chat, where do we go from here, guys? I don't want to use that term because I don't think it's true, but I think he just has really bad internet. Nice. Somebody Snapchatted me of them watching my solo cast on a laptop. Thank you, Big Mac. Zach is back. How very kind of you. Tell us how I got into Dota casting. Back during the TI2 qualifiers, I was bored and I was watching Purge, and he made a video about how to get into casting, and I was like, cool, I can do that, and I started doing it, and now I'm here. Yay. All right, great questions, everybody. Opinions on Jara Hood. It's very funny. Clever. Very clever. You also think that Dragneel looks like Wagamama on meth? Not really. No, I think they look kind of different. They're pretty different. No, I will not get into the ring. Stop asking me to. You're not my mom. You're not my mom, Twitch chat. You're not my mom. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Definitely the 100 of the duck-sized horses, probably. Although, ducks are pretty big, and horses are pretty strong. I don't know. Stuff. What else are we missing in chat here? Kesha Max telling Ritsu how it is. Ritsu telling Kesha Max how it is. Have you ever broken yourself upon a body and felt the strength of the earth? Thank you for that second. See, it's an inside joke, and no one else will get unless you've played a certain game. Where the hell is Korok? He's still alive. He's doing his own thing. He's, I think, quit playing professional Dota for the most part. He's a good dude. Miss Korok. Steven's a good guy. Hello to chat and all of you new viewers who are joining us. We're still waiting on Mason's internet, and we might actually have this game end just based off the fact that Mason's internet is terrible. So that's cool. We're really excited for that. Oh, okay! Caster's Curse, the reverse. Let's go! Woo! Hey guys, you can guess what my Snapchat is. Pretty easy to guess. Ready to go now. Snaking's like, we did it! Meanwhile, Matthew's flaming Ritsu, which is unfortunate. We're back in. We're ready to go. And like I said, this is going to be a next very important 30 seconds. Just kidding. They're not going to push. Super excited for that. I guess Mason's Elder Dragon form is down. So yeah, they're like, okay, we got 2 kills. 4-step buyback on Mason. We're kind of in trouble. They kind of have to play very carefully for the next 6 minutes when Mason doesn't have buyback. Really sucks. But he might disconnect again before that, and then, of course, after that, he'll just be on pause from Infamous almost certainly. I think that's what Infamous might be banking on. No, just kidding. They're going to try to win the game regularly. Greedy with his Hex. I think he's gotten 1 kill with it so far. He is the linchpin, the critical, I think, part of this plan for Infamous to win this game. He is very, very important. That's what I'm trying to get at here. By the way, 20 seconds for Roche to respawn, which is very important too. Blink Dagger's been picked up for Riki. So he's Blink Strike, he can blink in, he's got Blink, he's got a lot of blinking abilities, alright, let me tell you. Ritsu, you better sell that goddamn hood in a minute here. I'm telling you. I really hope you do. In all honesty, it's kind of worked out pretty well. I mean, he's died 4 times, but still, it's done an okay job. Frozen Sigil will not make it to Roche, and I don't believe Bang actually saw inside of the pit. He certainly didn't see that the rest of the squad wasn't in there or around the pit. He didn't see anybody over here. He might see him now if they go for a scan. They do have a scan for Infamous, so if they want to use it, not Roche. Definitely don't use it on Roche. Don't go the Lucchini route and use it on Roche 3 times in a row before realizing that it doesn't work. They'll use it around Roche, though, which will give them a pretty good idea that they're over there. It's probably the best scan they could have done, given the circumstances. So this is going to be very dangerous. And perhaps a game-ending fight. Matthew's here up on the high ground. There's an Observer Ward. And the Loser Ward is going to go down and blow up the Hawk. This Roche is not dead yet. It's taking some time. It's snowball in now. It's close to being low. They're going to jump in. Here we go. Dragneel comes out. Ritsu snatches the Aegis, but they don't get the kill for the Radiant squad. Meanwhile, the Commander not winning this duel. He's in fact going to go down first. They've already lost the Wyvern on the other side. Canik offering is dead. They'll bring down Excel with, of course, the Beastmaster, the Roar as well. They get the kill on Greedy. Dead for 86 seconds. Snaking sets it all up with beautiful roars, beautiful Necro Troll. That might be game ending if you are Dragneel. You finally get it done. The DK is big enough to take a man fight. So is the Gyrocopter. The Hooded Defiance kept him up and alive. Matthew buys back immediately. Next will be both the Legion as well as the Puck. Puck is down for 62. He'll be forced to buy back momentarily. Snaking Bots is in. By the way, he has an Ethereal Blade, whether for defensive or offensive purposes, remains to be seen. Heading down bottom, they want to clear out this entire rack. Buyback will come out from Greedy. God, no! 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 Oh. Mason, you gotta keep yourself protected, buddy. You also need to find a place where you can play Dota safely. Well, chat. I don't know what to tell you guys. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somehow somebody already knows what's going on 2 minutes in advance. I can see chat and I'm reading it. Somebody's like, pause again, everybody. No. That guy's from the future, I'm pretty sure. Birdham, he's a witch. He's a witch. I'm having a lot of fun casting this game, though. It's actually a pretty good time. To clown around it and enjoy myself, and yeah, it's generally just a good experience. This is what I've been missing from my cast, my solo cast, is just the clown shoes cast, if you will. The clown shoes have been strapped on for waiting to get the result of this game. I miss Beastmaster taking bottom racks. Nice. I was wondering how this was down so quickly. I don't even know. There wasn't really an opportunity for them to take bottom racks, I don't believe. Unless you did it quickly. But either way, it's fine. I missed nothing. I missed a range racks. Who cares about that? Come on. Hood purchase validated. Not quite. Oh, I refreshed. That's not good. I didn't want that. I will not get in the ring. Well, someday we'll get this game in pause. I might be 90 years old at that point. Somebody talking about Wi-Fi passwords and DDoS in the same sentence. Sir, I'm pretty sure you don't know how that works, and you're probably talking out of your ass. Still, though. The game's about to get unpaused. Mason has reconnected to the game. We might actually see a victory here, or we could see Mason DC again. I can tell you with utter certainty, though, that Mason will probably not be in game number 2. They'll pop the drum charge. Greedy will jump in. There's going to be the waiting room. Hexes up Mason, and that's going to be that. He'll jaunt out. They smoke screen just to make sure that he can't go any further. Or's punch comes in. Now the Dragneel to bang. Going to try to blow up the frozen sigil. Now he gets Winter's Curse. Probably not the best. They even get the ethereal blade from Snaking just so that way 2 damage, although it is a wet noodle, will not do any further harm. But now the Dragneel comes out, bangs in trouble. Tricks of the trade will go. Find them to kill. That Tricks of the Trade literally is not doing anything. Then he plays south. It's that easy. Bang's forced to buy back because guess what's happening mid. Snaky will take down the mid melee racks. He'll get destroyed by that Dream Coil break. Reese's in trouble. He's got the Aegis, however. Not using his BKB yet. He's just going to town. The right click, the rocket barrage. They can't bring him down. They'll take Snaking. They'll lose the Legion in the end. Forced to buy back. Greedy, dragon-tailed up. He's going to have to get his Lincoln Spear broken and at least spaceship for the time being. Blinks to the north. Might still be in trouble. Snaking looking for a blink roar. Good jump back. Greedy will stay alive. Call down misses. They'll pop the Necro 3. They'll back up. Snaking trying to decide which way to move, forward or backwards. He decides at the end to move back. And he bought back, but that's it. That was kind of dangerous for him to do, but they've taken down a set of racks, and the melee rack's mid. But this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Mason still doesn't have come back for 2 minutes. Snaking just bought back. Ritsu is the only one on this team that, if he dies, will be able to buy back and have any sort of use. Although the Ricky's good, I don't think he's that important. He's going to get his second Diffusal Blade recipe, by the way. And we're getting there, baby. Probably have another pause before this game ends, but I can handle it. I've prepared myself mentally. And it is the Dagon time for Puck. Veil into Dagon 5. Zap, zap, if you will. Helm of the Dom for Ritsu now, which will be Satanic later on down the road, which is not that far away because Reaper's only $3,000 now. Gold, not dollars. Jesus. Not to mention the recipe, which I think is like 1,000 or something. Where is it? 1,100. So he's 1,100 away from Satanic, obviously, with buyback not being eligible. But speaking of buyback, DK, how long does he have on his? 58 seconds. So him dying here is not the worst thing in the world. They would not be able to push fast enough. With him not having buyback, or with him having buyback in about 40 seconds or so. KYH with Diffusal 2 now hits pretty hard, and he's looking for somebody. Katara might be the choice. He's going to see him momentarily. The Borslow's going to come out. Roar's going to come through. They're going to pop the Necro. Smoke screen. Look at that damage. Chaotic Offering is forced to go. The Tricks of the Trade. Good Cold Embrace, but still in trouble. There's the Winter's Curse coming out. KYH will back up. Press the attack will go. Will try to blink. Get forced down to the low ground. They will destroy him with KYH and Snaking coming in with the Ethereal Blade. That is a dead lead for 80 seconds. Greedy now. Lincoln's broken. Dream Coil goes out to Freeze Fire. Dream Coil onto all 5, but that's it. Greedy is forced to go down with 105 seconds on the sideline. They are going to call GG, and Dragneel will take the first game after Mason's repeated brush with internet connection issues. The meme is alive, ladies and gentlemen.